Hello, everyone, and welcome to Adapted, episode 72. My name is Tristan. Joining me this week, we've got Sweener, Jason, and Chad. How you guys doing?
What's up, everybody? I'm back.
I'm psyched to be here.
Welcome back, Chad.
Oh yeah, I forgot you weren't here
Happy
last
420.
week.
Oh, I knew it, dude. You and
Just
your apps.
like that,
You and your
dude.
damn apps.
Did you fire up the app today?
Might have fired up the app.
the app.
Oh, man. Well, we've got a few pretty good shows to talk about, I'd say, right? End of Daredevil is here.
Yeah, Daredevil. Daredevil was good.
Well, let's break down the last three episodes of Daredevil going into the season finale. We're on episodes 11, 12, and 13. Episode 11, I really wasn't feeling all that much.
It was a bit of a slower episode, right?
And
Or no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't a slower episode.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Yeah, that was like pure action.
Like, there was a lot of action,
Yeah, I was thinking
but
the
then
second episode.
They did. Sweener's been referencing it the last few weeks, like how annoyed he's been by Karen, like of her being around all the time. Like they brought Karen, she was in protective custody, and then they bring her to the crime scene after the boat explodes. That was like my biggest gripe with this episode, probably.
Dude, well, the other one is like they put her in protective police custody, and nobody's even stationed outside her fucking door, dude. She just sneaks right out to meet with Frank, like no problem.
Well, I mean, she is Karen.
That is
That-
true.
That's all I got. That's the only thing I have for that. She's a respected journalist now, though. You have to let her on the crime scene so she can like take notes and write her story.
I guess so. Does she have a media badge already?
I haven't seen her rocking the press badge. It really annoys me that the guy's always rocking his fucking lanyard. It's like, take your lanyard off, dude. Who are you trying to impress in the office? But that diner scene was cool, I thought.
The
I
diner
liked it.
scene was awesome. I
I
love
thought
that.
the diner
Castle
scene
set it
was
all up.
awesome when Karen found out that he just used her like bait.
Yeah, she's a good actress. I actually didn't love her in season 1, but I started to like her in this season.
She's like so over dramatic about everything. Like when she's like at the
That's a good
diner with
impression.
Frank, I was just like, oh god, more app time.
But yeah, the diner scene was a pretty bloody mess, I would say, with Frank trying to get some information, and he finally gets it out of him. But
One way or the other, it's coming out, dude.
Is that his tagline?
Well, it is now. I just gave it
Oh,
to him.
okay. Stick is one of my favorites in this episode, especially when he calls his mercenary Jacques an asshole. Great line by Stick. That
for
asshole.
losing, for dying.
Yeah. That's pretty great. I love Stick. I love that Stick's back in the mix of things, and playing a pretty pivotal role in this series.
Yeah, I didn't expect we'd get so much Stick in this season as we did. Like
Right.
he was so cool in season 1 when he like showed up, and then now it's like, holy shit, dude, we get a ton of Stick in like every episode, like to close this thing out, which is great because that old man is lethal.
Yeah, dude, I loved when he knew Elektra was coming after him, dude, and he's sitting down there sharpening the sword, and he's like, you guys should just get out of here. And then on their dying breaths, they just happen to go get Daredevil to save
Yeah, how did they
them.
drive throughout the entire city with like bleeding out, swords through their stomach,
crashing into every car?
and somehow they make it to his corner?
There's some
They
weird
just
stuff.
happened to be walking out just in, oh no, he heard them from.
Yeah, episode 11 was probably one of my least liked episodes of this entire season.
Yeah,
Well, it wasn't bad.
It
but
was
just
kind of like because
wasn't
you
as
you were
on par with
like
the
you're so
others.
close to the end and you're getting excited about the end, and then there's just this and it's kind of a dud. But luckily it picked up in episode 12, I thought.
with
Oh yeah.
more explanation of like Elektra and where she came from, and the reveal that she is the Black Sky.
Mm-hmm.
Some interesting stuff. I like all the flashbacks with her and Stick, and Stick pawning her off on that rich family.
Stick was
Back
taking
there.
ownership of the finale at like the end of the season, dude. It's like it should have been called
Yeah, like-
Daredevil and Stick.
The Stick Show. It should just be called Stick.
It's-
Like he
that's-
should have
that-
his own show instead of a fucking Luke Cage.
Oh, dude, I'd take Stick over Luke Cage any day, dude.
I want
I
to know
thought it
about
was
it.
interesting how Daredevil decided he was going to stick up for the old man. And then when she was like, why? And he was like, dude, he was the only person that was ever there for me. I was like,
Deep.
loves that old guy.
And, like, how can you not love that old guy? Like, he teaches you. Like, I wish when I was like 9, someone taught me to be a lethal killer. Like, I don't need to go out killing people, but I'd like to have those moves. Like, why not?
Yeah.
Especially when you're out drinking with Sweener, dude. You need those moves.
And then there was a moment in this episode after the Hand infiltrate Elektra, Stick, and Daredevil, where Stick gets taken by the Hand, and he's being tortured. Which that torture scene was.
Dude, that was disgusting to watch. I couldn't even watch
Dude,
that.
anytime you put anything to do with fingernails or anything, I'm out.
And then Stick is talking to Matt, even though they're pretty far away. Yeah, that whole back and forth with each other was pretty great, with listening to their mouths breathing and whatnot, since they weren't using the weapons anymore.
Good old
Still
mouth,
teaching.
good old mouth
Stick.
breeders. Yeah.
And then Nobu is probably one of the most annoying characters I've seen. For him coming back, really annoying me.
Yeah, because he died really easily when he got thrown off the roof.
Yeah. Hopefully he's gone for good after we saw Stick take care of him. Stick, another mention.
I mean,
Stick.
it's pretty clear that he's never coming back,
Yeah.
right?
Well, maybe.
Never say never, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Wait,
oh, I
why
guess,
is he never
yeah.
coming back?
Got decapitated.
Stick?
No,
No,
Nobu.
Nobu.
Oh, okay. I was like,
He had his head cut off by Stick.
yeah. Dude, he took it right in the sternum, all the way up, and then just off with the head. Was this the episode that had the nurse with the cover up, or was that the one before?
I think that was the one before it.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I don't think Stick didn't do the kill till the next episode 13. I think.
Yeah.
That was the last episode, yes.
But I loved how he put the sword in the jacket and just kind of like walked away like a total fucking badass. Like who,
Like,
who
not-
does
like,
that?
hey, that's not a sword. That's not a sword.
Focusing on episode 12, where Frank Castle pretty much became the Punisher, and pretty much right there where he found the weapon cache, he found the vest, and did a little
The
spray
spray
paint
paint.
thing. And I'd say safe to say he became the Punisher.
Did he spray the paint through the X-ray, or did he etch it with a knife? Like,
I
Can
was
this-
kind of unclear on
Did he-
that.
I was hoping
Really
Amy was
have
on here so she could explain that to me, because all he did was look like he laid the X-ray on the vest and then sprayed it with paint. So I'm assuming the spray paint soaked through the X-ray and went onto the vest.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think that shit's pretty solid. I think he had to use a razor knife and kind of etch out a beautiful skull.
Yeah. You're not using an X-ray, dude.
That
Those
actually
things are
annoyed the
plastic.
shit out of me. I was watching. I was like, that's not how he does it, and that's how he does it. I was
No,
like, oh.
they're made of plastic, dude. You ain't getting unless it's
Maybe they
acid.
shouldn't have showed that.
Yeah, maybe I missed it. Someone can correct me.
But yeah, his army buddy screwed him over royally, and Castle screwed him right back.
Dude, Castle was really good, and like finding all those weapons and everything is like, I guess, dumb luck, but fuck, that actor is so good in that scene where he's just like looking at that stuff like it's candy. Just so I was just like, oh, this is Punisher's.
I mean, that guy had
Christmas.
quite the weapons corral there, man. There was like a BMG 50 cal, everything.
I love that
Rocket
you know
launcher.
that. I was like, there's that one machine gun, and then there's that auto machine gun, and then there's a Gatling gun, and that was it.
Though in the
And
last episode,
Uzi.
after Frank
Machete.
pours gasoline in his house and everything lights on fire, and then he's walking out with that really big gun, which what kind of gun was that, Sweeter?
Sniper
I'd
rifle?
have to take a look at it.
But it was a really, I don't know why he was walking around with that, unless he had it hidden in his house somewhere.
The
Maybe?
thing that I thought was amazing about that was he walks out of that house, he's like 10 feet away, right? The whole thing blows up. But when they're on the dock, dude, the guys are across, not even on the boat, die. I was
God,
like,
that you know what? That is why that episode would get a 2 for me. That episode 11, because of that dock. That boat blew up in like, it looked like it was the Treasure Island in Las Vegas hotel like explosion show. It was so cheese dick, and the boat blows up and then everybody's down and out. It's like, you fucking kidding me? That was so bad. It was so bad. I'm glad you brought that up. I forgot how much I hated that.
It was a bit of a miss. That's going back to episode 11, weakest episode.
Yeah, it was terrible. Yeah.
I did like as they were closing out the Punisher's whole storyline, and then he goes back to his house. He smashes the photo of I think it was him and his army buddies maybe, and he pulls out the CD with Micro written on it, which is a reference to one of the characters in the comics, Micro, that is pretty much his weapon supplier in many ways.
Yeah, I didn't get that. I thought I missed something. I was like, I don't know what this means, and then he didn't do anything else with it. So I was like, what the fuck?
In the Punisher Warzone movie, he showed up in there. If you saw that movie,
nobody saw that movie
with Ray Stevenson.
Fuck. Why are they referencing that?
Well,
I wish they would have said something about what it is, so that I had a better idea.
It's not the first time they referenced Micro in these Marvel TV shows and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Sky was a hacker and everything. This microchip, Micro's a hacker, and she referenced the name Micro at one point of another hacker. So maybe it's all related.
So do you think this plays into a Punisher series? Like they knew they were going down that road, or they're just like laying it down?
Punisher series at some point, right?
Yeah, they kind of have to now.
Like,
they back themselves into that corner. Yeah.
Great success. Like if I had my pick, I would say cancel Luke Cage and new Punisher.
Too late.
Though Luke Cage is already part of Defenders.
Cancel Jessica Jones.
No, we need more of those genes. We need to talk about those genes for another season.
Dude, rumor is that she's gonna have diamonds on the back end of them, dude. She's
really?
They're bedazzled jeans, dude. From the set of Jessica Jones, bedazzled jeans.
We have exclusive pics on AllertonAve.com.
And but yeah, going back to the actual main story in the season finale, where the Hand is trying to get Elektra, Daredevil is trying to protect her. For a while though, I was like, is this a good enough season finale story? But by the end of it, I was like, yeah, this is pretty good.
I hated the ending.
It was very rushed, it seemed. Like,
yeah,
as far as like throwing it all in, like, in some ways, like it made sense because they finally revealed Elektra as the Black Sky, and what that meant to the Hand, how they worship her or worship Black Sky. But
yeah,
something felt weird about it.
It felt cheap. The very end felt cheap when they threw her in the casket or whatever, and then it was fade to black. I was like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this.
I don't like fade to blacks, dude. Is it just like it leaves it too open and it feels like they didn't finalize something?
Yeah, because I guess I don't know what it all means.
In the grand scheme
of things. Like, do I want more Elektra? I feel like I got enough Elektra.
I don't, dude. I'm burnt out.
And to end it with the casket closing, like, I don't care enough.
Yeah, but we know she's coming back.
And I think that's the other end of it is like, yeah, there's like no way that she's not, right? Like, or am I crazy? Like,
you get
guaranteed. The Black Sky. They put her in the coffin. They've been pumping millions of gallons of blood to it. We know that somebody's being resurrected.
Yeah. You ain't pulling one over us. You ain't M. Night Shyamalan, dude. You ain't getting
what happened to those kids that they brought back from the hospital?
They slit all their wrists and were dying in the tub, remember?
Oh, so they actually did that. Okay. But
yeah,
I thought
they had the big knife and they slit the kid's wrist, and he's like...
I thought they were like somewhat like past being human, like they were immortal in some ways. That's why I
drained them.
Yeah. All right.
Fucking vampires.
Oh, did you like Foggy going to work for Jessica Jones's boss? That was pretty cool. I thought that was pretty good.
That was interesting. It was like, oh man, now we got it. The only way they can save Jessica Jones, cross it over with Daredevil.
You know that's why they did it, dude. So that way we can get Daredevil in there next season and save a couple episodes.
She crossed over at some point since the Defenders. Like it all is a part of the same thing. It'd be interesting to see if Foggy's going to be showing up as a regular on Jessica Jones, though.
I hope so. I love it. Get him in there. Yeah, he's like a good character. I think he'd be good. Like, I have a feeling when Daredevil comes back, it's going to be like a little fast forward montage, and the lawyer, everyone will be back together, and Jessica Jones will be doing whatever she does with Hogwarts, and we don't have to worry about her.
Won 4 Pulitzer Prizes.
Yeah, she'll still be at the paper, and she'll be a star reporter. It'll be, I don't know. I don't know if I love the direction they're going, because just because Matt Murdock now is like on his own, Foggy's on his own, like everybody's doing their own thing.
Well, though Matt revealed to Karen that he's Daredevil. So what do you think?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
I thought that was kind of cheesy, but I don't know if that's how if he reveals himself to her in the comics, because I don't read the comics.
I'm not an expert on early Daredevil and Karen Page, but I thought she figured it out at some point, but I could be wrong.
We'll just say she did.
It just seemed like he was all ready to run off onto an island with Elektra, because he's never been more alive except for when he was with her, when they were like in the stairway to heaven.
Yeah, once he said that, I was like, well, what about all that stuff with Karen? Because that seemed...
Yeah, I know, that's what I said. And then all of a sudden now he's like, oh, damn.
Oh, she's dead.
Plan A is gone. Plan B.
Go for the
That's
back.
why I always have a plan B.
That's a smart guy. All right. Anything else you guys want to add to Daredevil before you give us the scores?
No, really.
I guess I'm curious who your guys' favorite, not cameo, but secondary character was from the season. Because we got Fisk back, dude. We had Stick. We had Elektra. All these other little characters in here, dude. Was there one that you guys felt like stood out, or you were excited to see back, dude? I was kind of excited to see a Fisk back, even though I wasn't a big fan of him last season. But it was kind of neat to have him incorporated back a little bit.
I'm gonna go with Stick.
I knew it. Well, yeah, from the beginning of this episode of Adapted, dude, I was like, it's probably gonna be a lot of Stick love, dude.
Yeah, we all love Stick.
I mean, if I gotta pick somebody who's coming back, I would say Stick too.
Knocked it out, dude. Tristan, what's up,
I mean,
man?
when I first saw Fisk, I was like, oh, it's so great that he's back and all that. I avoided all the spoilers, and I didn't know he actually was back.
Yeah, either did I until I saw him in the episode. I was like, oh shit.
But I thought that was a great moment, though. Stick had a great role in the season. That Madame Gao coming back interests me because that explores all the mystic stuff, and
she was
Iron
good.
Fist. Yeah, she had a really great scene. She was only short for a scene, but that all her stuff connects to Iron Fist, which has me curious to see how that's going to go down.
If I knew what dock he was going to be on, we wouldn't be having this meeting.
Yeah, that was the other thing too. She and all of her henchmen can't find where this fucking goes.
I know.
And he meets with the detective, and they're like, "We don't know who it is.
How many fucking docks are there?
We've never found her, or him, or her." And he's like, and then he's down with her, like, "Hey, I know that you're this person." That was really cheesy in itself.
Well, I think that's it for season 2 of Daredevil. What score is he going to give these 3 episodes, and then give us a separate score in this whole season?
Oh my god, that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah,
there's a lot of scores coming down, dude. I'm gonna probably, can I jump in first? I don't know.
I want to go first.
It's on you, yeah.
Do you guys mind if I jump in? I would say the last 3 was a 3 altogether for me. These last 3 episodes. But overall season, a 4, dude. I enjoyed it a lot, dude. There's a lot of good to it. It wasn't a perfect season, just because I'm not a fan of Elektra and she didn't do anything for me in this season. But I know I'm probably against the grain on that. But if there was any character that kind of dragged it down, it would probably the scenes with her a little bit, just because that's not my character. But a 4 overall, man. God damn, dude. They hit it out of the park again. I was surprised, how the season went. One good season, and then you're like, well, let's see what happens. And they kept it going. They kept it steady, man. I was really excited.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't throw 4s around too often.
No, you really don't. I'm gonna go with a 3 for this batch of episodes.
What?
I didn't love episode 11 at all.
Yeah, 11 was
I didn't love the closure. Some of the Punisher stuff was a little weird. I love the Stick stuff. That's why I'm giving it. That's why it's saving grace as a 3. But as a whole, I'm gonna say a 4. I thought this was pretty awesome season. I don't know if it was as good as the first season, but it was pretty fucking good. And I love Fisk, and I love the Punisher, so 4. Sweener, you're up.
I agree that episode 11 was brutal. I mean, that episode's probably a 2, and then I'm 4-4, so I'm going to give them overall a 3 for these last 3 episodes. Good twist with Elektra dying in there. Stick, great job finding out he's really the boss. And I'm trying to remember what I gave this series last year as an overall, because it was good, but I don't think it was as good as last year's. So I'm torn that I have to go either between a 3 or a 4. And I hate to give this a 3 because it was really a good series, so I'm gonna go with a 4. Even though this season was about three episodes too long.
That's how they always are, dude.
Cut it down. I'm going with overall solid 4. I can't really complain it. Fisk brought it down a little bit, but yeah. Last season was better, so I hope I gave it a 5, and this season a 4.
Last season you gave it 2, but
I'm going with a 3 for these 3 episodes. The nurse, Claire nurse did pop up in episode 11, and I think that's another reason why I didn't like episode 11 that much.
Yeah, she just quitter.
Yeah, she quit after the board was kind of going around her, and yeah. But the constant thing with Claire is that she's popped up in the first season of Daredevil, she's popped up in the second season, she popped up in Jessica Jones, she's going to be a recurring character on Luke Cage. They're kind of forcing us to accept this character, but I really don't find her that interesting. Early on in season 1 of Daredevil, yes, but the Jessica Jones stuff I didn't find all that interesting, and this season she was there, but didn't really do a whole lot for me. And I normally like Rosario Dawson a lot in most of her roles, but this one wasn't one of them. But yeah, the whole closure thing in these last few episodes, I thought something was off with it. I like what they did with Punisher. I don't know where they're going to go with Daredevil anymore, especially while everyone did get split up and he tells Karen that he loves her, or reveals that he's Daredevil. He already told her that he loved her, but yeah. Elektra stuff wasn't bad, and I enjoyed for the most of it. It was probably the best live-action Elektra I've seen, so I'm not sure if that says a whole lot, but
I like to think that Punisher was a saving grace for the season for me too.
Yeah.
definitely.
Without the Punisher, I mean, obviously they would need a new villain, but I mean, the first half of the season was awesome. When he went into the trial shit, I was out. But then at the end, he came back, so forgot about throwing that out there.
His last shot, yeah, that was amazing.
And for a season as a whole, I'm going with a 4. I'd say I probably enjoyed this season actually a little bit more than the first season. Probably because there's more characters involved. That might be the only reason why I enjoyed it a little bit more. But yeah, both seasons were very solid and a great foundation for the Netflix shows to see where once they finally get to the Defenders of what we'll have.
How'd you think Hell's Kitchen did in this season?
Hell's Kitchen.
I forgot about that, dude.
Hell's Kitchen hung tough in this one.
Yeah, it's
Best supporting actor?
They're definitely nominated. But yeah, that's it for Daredevil. And up next in the Netflix shows, we'll be getting Luke Cage in 6 months in September. So that's less than 6 months, but 5 months now.
So cancel your Netflix till then.
So if you were watching the last episode and you keep watching, it shows the trailer that we've talked about previously of the Luke Cage shoot him up and he gets holes in his clothes and he complains about buying new clothes all the time. It was a really dumb trailer.
It was a terrible trailer. There. That's my opinion.
And there you have it, folks.